Good morning, everyone. It is July 1st of 2025, and we have a new month and a new quarter. And because of that, we have a lot of different stocks out there that are setting up. First of all, thank you for taking the time to view this video and for joining me this morning. I know it's a little early, but I like to get an early start. That's just the way things have been since um, I got older, I guess. We'll call it what it is. Um, so, where do we go from here? We have a market that's been running, and we know that we need to try to position ourselves in order to profit from this, either one way or the other. So, one of the things that we need to look at is that with the four ETFs that we follow, SPXL, TNA, TQQQ, and UDOW, is where are we with all this? And the best way to know where you are is to look. And on the year, you can see that we now have this green hammer. For the quarter, we have a possible 2-2 rev up back to previous highs. And then in the month, we have this 222 continuation that looks like it could get back up into this area as well. And then immediately, right out of the gate this week, they went 3-2 up, and this is going to be your very first target. So, what does that mean? That means we have had a pretty strong market ever since here in April, where we decided to break outside of this mother bar right here and run, rest, run, rest, run, rest, and then run. And that is how price action works. We get to the point where we have run, rest, run, run, or run, rest, run, run, to the point where we achieve to knock out the previous high here, or what will happen is we will fail to get back to the previous high like this, and we will reverse down. In order for us to keep things really, really simple, this is my workspace within Thinkorswim. It's available in the Discord server for free. I use the 10-day moving average on every time frame. That's my twist. That's how I designed it, because it helps me determine whether or not we are healthy or not. And as you can see, price action is above the 10 now on all the time frames. This is very healthy. Now, what isn't healthy, and let me see if I can do this. I'm going to do a screen capture here. What isn't healthy is when you go straight down. You pause and you go straight down. And likewise, when you decide to reverse and you run back up and you come down, it's not very healthy to just run all the way back up without taking a break. And you can see all these run, rest, runs, and then where we digested the move right here. But in the last 5 days, into the end of the quarter, they ran this thing, and that's how you got this price action right there. A big, beautiful green candle for the quarter. Now, sooner or later, what will happen is you're going to have people take profit. That's just part of the game. And when they do that, hopefully, just hopefully, we're going to hold this level right in here. Or, you know what? I could be dead wrong. Dead wrong. And we could go immediately 2 up for the quarter right here and target that high right there, because this would be part of the 2-2 reversal back up. So if you're new to this strat and you don't know what I just said, one of the very first things that you need to do, if you're going to get serious about the strat, you need to Google strat combinations, or you can get these too at the Discord server. And you need to understand these combos right here. Pick one, become a one-trick pony, get really damn good at it, and then after that, we will start seeing these opportunities over and over and over again. This is just one of them that was available when I did a Google. The other one looks like this. If I can bring my mouse over, is this. Something as simple as this. This is the one that I learned on, but you'll notice that this one doesn't have any wicks. So most strat combinations have 3 candles. So that is why you focus on 3 candles. And that's also why, guys, I use the 160-minute time frame, is because during the day, guess how many candles I get? 3, because there's 1,440 minutes possible to trade within the day. Now, it's jumped to 1,440 because now we have this really cool thing called 24-hour trading. And that is something that most people are not aware of. And so you have a lot of people who go out there and say, oh, that doesn't mean a hill of beans because, I only care about when the market's open. Well, in my opinion, that's like saying, here's a really good book. I'm going to rip out multiple pages from every chapter, and then I want you to tell me what you think about it. Because, look, guys, we have this 24-hour trading that is available now within Schwab, Robinhood, and other platforms that are out there. And as long as the market is open 24 hours, you can execute these trades now as a retailer to get in and out. And I won't go through all these names, but there are a ton of them, a ton of them. So how do we benefit from that? We benefit from it because when we go into our 4 ETFs right here, we can see right here on the 160. Let's just look at the 160 here in TNA. I'm just going to maximize this. You can see that overnight, which is the highlighted area right here, they have been selling it all night long. And because of that, we also know too that this is a possible target here, just as we know this is a possible target here. We are stuck inside all this right here. Now what's interesting is that we had a nice beautiful gap right here. And look, isn't that something? We came all the way back down in the extended hours and we filled that. And it's not just TNA. We can also see that price action here in SPXL on the 160. And you can see that this is a sideways motion right here where we have done absolutely nothing. Look, this was the last bar from yesterday. This is the mother bar. And overnight we've done nothing. Nothing. Price has done nothing outside of this bar. So this is a very significant bar for me because if we reverse here and we go up, I am trading this sucker right there back to previous high. And if it fails, I will have a stop right here. Now, if we get the fresh crossover, like I think we can to the downside, where the 10 and the 20 cross back down, I am going to trade it right back here, not be greedy. I'm going to take that money, put it in my pocket, and I'm going to have a nice little day. That's it. Or you can do something else as simple as, oh, no. I'm going to wait for it to cross back over, and then I'll get out. Whichever one you choose to do, just be consistent with it and decide that this is who I am going forward. Don't develop an identity crisis somewhere along the way because money is involved. And that is something that happens. For some reason, when money is a factor, people get really emotional and they have the fear of losing it, or they have the fear of making it, which, I get it, but the majority of you out there have the fear of losing it, so you tap out and you get out of the trade. And then the moment you actually get a trade where it actually works to the upside, it's like, oh my God, I got to get out of this trade because I'm making money. It's like you're shocked. You have to have just as much patience for a loser and for a winner. That's it. You got to be consistent. Okay, let's take a look here at UDOW because that's, I think, oh, we didn't look at the Qs yet. Let's look at the Qs. Let's see what they're doing with the Qs. Look, same thing, guys. This is a chop box. How do I know that's a chop box? Because look, price has chopped sideways and done nothing. That's a chop box. And this is where the majority of most traders are going to lose the most money because it's no longer trending like it did here. It's actually just trying to go up and then it goes lower, it goes up and then it goes lower and then it goes up and then it goes lower. Geez, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that looks like someone's logo where we have price go up to resistance, we come back down, we form support, and then we have it move back up to resistance, and then it comes back down to support. Simplicity, 10-day moving average, strat 123. We trade the truth. I already showed you the run, rest, run, and now the thing we need to work on the most for most traders is this guy right here. Focus, patience, and discipline. Because the majority of you, you get all this right except for this one right here. You lack the focus, patience, and discipline in order to pay yourself. And that is one of the things that we want to teach you in the Discord server so that you become a better trader by become more consistent and building your confidence. All right, so I told you this is going to be a video on how to do, let's do UDOW. UDOW, just to get through all four of these ETFs and then we'll move on. Same thing, right? Box, 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 chop, 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 kill, 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 kill. This is a chop box. Price has done nothing. So let's look at what is set up for the month and the quarter of the month. And the way we do that, we're going to use this wonderful, wonderful tool here within Thinkorswim. This is a script that I got from numerous people and I tweaked it. And we're going to look at this full time frame continuity up. Let's do it for my basket right here. And you can see right here immediately, these are all the stocks that I choose to trade, that I've added, that I've deemed worthy to be in my pile of or in my basket to trade. And you can see that these are all green. And they're all green for a reason. Full time frame continuity to the upside. And because we are going into a new quarter and a new month, guess what we can do? We can come right over here to this quarter and we can sort this quarter and give us the inside bar. Now, Walgreen Boot Alliance, I'm not going to go into this one because this is a buyout. This is something I got my wife into a long time ago. But if we look at something like anything with a 2 down, we want to know about that, right? Because if we have a potential 2 down, that means we also have a potential 2-2-2 continuation or possible 22-2 rev up, back up. So let's look at the pack. Let's grab Fortinet here. And when I click on that and go back to my flexible grid, you can see because these are linked right here with the blue, when I do my scan, all I have to do is click on that right there. Now, another way I could do this, I could come over here and I could bring up this scan that I already have saved and execute this FTFC scan right here. All the way here, and this too would allow me to see all these symbols. And if I get it really, really cool, I can come in here and I can customize this and say, you know what, I don't want to focus on the day. I want to focus on what is set up for the quarter. Okay? Quarter. And these are the scripts that are available to you in Thinkorswim. It does take a little time to set them up, but in the end, just know this will save you a ton of time. Because in the past, I used to do all this crap manually. Yes, manually. I used to go da 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 da, and it's not that I didn't enjoy it. I really enjoyed it because I'm a nerd and I'm very analytical. But what it does now, it allows me to come in here and I can now sort by the quarter what is one inside, like Walgreen Boot Alliance, right here. Let's prove it right there. There's quarter, 1, 2, 1, or what is 2 down. So now I have this roadmap to kind of guide me or for the quarter. If I just want to pick quarterly setups, this is what I want, right? I want to know what is 222 going into the next quarter. Because here's the deal. If we don't trigger and get above this right here, I don't care. Because that means it's either inside or it's selling off and going lower. So you can go in here and you can create your own watch list by simply coming in and saying create watch list and go third quarter. If I can type, I need more coffee. Third quarter 2025. Now you could add these symbols manually like this, or if you just go back to that search right here, you can go to Fortinet here and you can right click and you can say add Fortinet to your third quarter 2025 right there. You could right click here on your bid ask and do it as well. Add FT&T to watch list to third quarter 2025. And what that will do, as you add these, this is what it will look like. You will have all these names that you can now watch for the quarter right there. That saves you a ton of time. But this is where it gets really, really cool too. Because I have defined this scan right here, I also can come in here, and because I have this scan, I can load it right here, the full time frame continuity, up all stocks for the scan. And I should get this return right here. And if I want to, I can actually come right here and I say, alert me when this scan changes. So as stocks become more, or as stocks enter full time frame continuity, because I have this scan and alert created, it will notify me with a sound. Hell, I can even have the thing text me, right? I can have it play a sound, I can have it email me, I can have it do all these fun things. So what I'm doing, I'm making the computer work for me, right? This is my employee. It never gets sick. It might get a virus, but if you're really good at it, you're not going to get a virus. And besides, for those of you, that's an inside joke because I'm an IT guy. Let's get back to this scan though. But now, because we have the ability to sort this through the quarter, we can go down and we can look at every one of these that have a 212 setup on the quarter and with full time frame continuity. These are the ones I want to focus on. These are the ones that if they're still buying them and they want to take this big beautiful candle here to the year to higher, then I know that this has to go 22.2 rev back up. 222 rev up. Okay? So this is one that I'll add. And hopefully you've gotten something out of this. Look at QCOM here. This is a good example of QCOM. We went higher last year. We pulled back. Buyer stepped in right off the 10, and that's why I used the 10. That, like I said, that's my own twist. I don't expect people to say, "Oh my God, that's the Holy Grail." That's off the 10 and in. That's my little jingle, and that's what I do because I like to design things that are visually there for me. But now let's look at this big picture wise. Do we have a possible pivot machine gun right here on the quarter? And the answer is yes. But first we have to trigger this higher. But man, if we do that, when we come ripping back through, we could get back up here to 231 by the end of the year if the market cooperates. The market has to cooperate. On the month, we can still see that we have 222 continuation, and then right here on a smaller time frame, this is what we're looking for right here, because we know if we go 3-2 right here, and if it's strong enough, this is going to continue to be 222 continuation higher, and then now we're going to trigger this quarter. So QComp could be a very, very good play. So you want to add this one to your watch list, third quarter. And then you kind of want to drill down into the week here and say, what is my trigger? And it's 161.10. So just right click here, create an alert. That's why you have alerts. So you don't have to do the work. Let the computer do the work for you. And now you can see that we have this alert right here. And it's already, look, it's right here on my list. So every morning I can come down here now and I can review what has triggered and what hasn't triggered on my quarterly charts. Set your alerts. Let's take another look at some other stuff. VRT, another nice name. Very strong candle for the year. Possible 32.2 rev back up into here. You can see that we had an earlier entry on the month on the 22.2 rev here. But here we go again, folks. Right here on the week. 3.2. 3.2, and we got a gap right there. I would try to fill this gap right here. That's where I would get off the bus if I took this trade. So I'm going to add this one to my watch list right here. But more importantly now, how do you marry that to the daily? Because if you look at the daily here, we have full time frame continuity. But we have this goofy little thing called an A12. What in the hell is A12? A12 is something that I added to my trading style because basically all A12 is saying is that this is in a 12-day uptrend, and it has been up 12 days since the last 2x10 crossover. So let me add that here and show you what that looks like visually. For all you scary traders out there, if you need to make something visual, if you're emotional, all that means is that we have 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 since this last crossover right in here. Do you see that? Right there. Anything past A5, I will not trade. Now, if you're scared of candles and you really want to simplify it, you can go as far as this right here and say, oh my gosh, those scary little candles. I'm going to do this. I'm going to eliminate the candles right here. And let me change this to from a 1 month back to a 9 month, okay? Because that's what we're trading. That's the time frame. And then you could just make it mechanical here. And it could be something as simple as when this crosses over, I'm staying in this trade until it crosses back over to the downside. So you can see this is a beautiful trend. Here's the recross, the reset, beautiful trend. And then right here, this is the trend we're working on right here for 9 days or 12 days right now. And if you look to the left, without the candles, you can see that we hit the first target right here. And then the second target would be right there. That is another way that you guys can learn how to trade if candles freak you out. And I'm saying that because I'm being real, because I got to the point where I had to do this without candles. I just had to see price action for what it was. And that's how I did that. All right, let me reset this back to my streaming base here, and we'll just keep going. QQQ, same thing. We've got this 2 down on the quarter. You guys get it. This right here, look at all these 2 downs from here. Let's just do it this way. So if you're watching the video, you can take a screenshot. Right there. That's your list for the quarter right there. 2 down. And if you want to, pause the video, take this screenshot, create your own watch list. Especially if you don't know how to do this within Thinkorswim, or if you don't have it set up. The other option now is that you could also come down here and you could look at all these 3 bars right here. Look at all the frickin' 3 bars. Look at all these 3 bar setups. Okay, so let's take a screenshot of that for people so that they can stop the video, pause it, and add these manually. And let's just go over a few, okay? Let's just go over a few since we're here. Let's look at the Dash. Did we get a 3 on the quarter? Hell yes, we did. What are we targeting? This right up here. All-time highs for Dash. Let's look at SoFi. Some people call it Sophie. Some people call it SoFi. We got the 222 rev set up for the quarter, but look, the moment we went down, we got right below this 10, and they stepped in and they brought it right back up. They threw it right back in their face, and then we went two up on the year. And this is the kind of price action that I tell people that just because you have a 2-2 setup to the downside and it triggers, it doesn't mean it's going to work. And for a lot of new stratters, for some reason, or it's not even just stratters, for a lot of new traders out there, you guys are looking for this holy grail that guarantees that you're only going to win. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter how you set your market. It doesn't matter. You're always going to have winners and losers. But the problem is because we're so analytical, we really believe that we can design a market that never loses. And I'm telling you, that is complete BS because you never know who's going to come in after you. Let that sink in. You will never design a market that always will win. And if the person sitting to the left of you or to the right of you or who's reaching out to you tells you that all I do is win, baby, that's all I do, they're lying to you. Run away from that person. Go find someone who's honest in the market. Urban, same thing here, right? We got this beautiful three. And I'll just, go down a few of these and you can see all these threes. MGNI, look at this possible pivot machine gun to go back up. And people say, oh, that'll never happen, Phil. That'll never happen because, look, this is a turd. It's all the way down here. No one's going to want that. And then I said, okay, so then explain Carvana when no one wanted it down here and now we're at $337. Oh, but that's an exception. Oh, is it really? Is it really? Are you telling me that all these big names out there, like Netflix, they never corrected on a bigger time frame and then reversed and went back up? Guys, this is price action. And this price action occurs on every time frame. And you've got to be extremely patient in order for it to play out. Another one is Roblox. I remember people saying, oh, Roblox is the biggest turd out there. It's never going to reverse. It's hot garbage. And then you catch this trend right here. We've got guys in the Discord who are in this from down here. And they're just sitting and collecting money. Oh, and another favorite, Meta. I got a buddy who got into this thing right here on this 222 rev on the year. He's just sitting comfortably. Just absolutely love it. All right, I'm getting on my soapbox. Let me get to something else here, and we can just kind of quickly go through the rest of these threes. And I want you to just focus on these two time frames right here, and just see how this price action is playing towards taking out all-time highs if it's not already there. Or look for the pivot machine gun. These are the ones that you want to trade, guys. You want the crap that they want. Look at IBM, all-time highs. Oh, that's a dog stock, man. That's dead money. No one would ever want to buy IBM. You can fool me. It looks like people want to buy IBM. GE, oh, that's dead money too, man. No one wants GE. Are you sure about that? Because it's at an all-time high. Cisco, dead money. No one cares about switches anymore, right? Network switches, that's a commodity. Anyone can do that. They seem to care about it. They're buying it up. Seagate, hard drives and technology. Oh, spinning drives are dead. All these things that people bring to the table, and they have a million excuses of why it won't work. That's the analytical group, okay? Traders who professionally trade and stratters, we look at it and say, holy crap, look at this possible pivot machine gun back through here to stop all these jokers out here who keep shorting. That's how we see the market, because we see opportunity to make money to the upside. Or at least that's how I see it. Maybe I'm just goofy that way and I just see money a different way, or opportunity. Shake Shack, oh, their food tastes like crap. Doesn't matter. They're buying it. And I can go down the list. Fastenal, eBay. Oh, no one eBays anything anymore. Are you sure about that? Clean Spark or Celestica. Buying it. Uber, oh man, that's just a taxi ride, man. That's just someone driving. No, Uber's actually pretty diversified, and they're a very solid company right now. Redfin, CF, BNS, management. Anyway, that is how you do that for the quarter. But let's just say that you wanted to focus on the new month. Guess what? This is what we'll do. We're going to customize this. We're going to remove the quarter, and we're going to come in here to month. This again is a script that you can get in the Discord server. So these are all the stocks right here for the month, and I can go right here too, and I can come back to my full time frame continuity scan right here, and now I could sort by the month. This is all the stuff set up for inside or two down and ready to go. Now you'll notice that when we sort by the month here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, 1, 2 down, and then only 4 threes. But that's within my basket. Well, why is that, Phil? It's because we've been in a big, big, big uptrend, and a lot of these names have already made their move to the upside. So let's focus on what is set up for the month. Oh, look, there's our buddy Urban again. He was just right here on the quarter for a 3. So in order for this to go higher, we first have to pause because we went 322 to target. Pause, and then hopefully this pause will bring buyers back in and take us up higher past here. Now, until we signal above this one right here, you have two options. Do nothing, or because you already have a signal here on the week with this 3-2, you could get your butt in this trade immediately, and your stop would be right here at 70.28, not a penny more. That's it. That's how you can play that one. Let's look at Fortinet. Same thing. Here it is, 3-2. Get your butt in this trade if it pulls back, or you could wait right here on the day for it to go 22.2 rev to the downside or 221 inside, and then trade it back up to here. You're always waiting for that setup, because today, let's just say if we go higher, we're going to go 222 continuation back up through here. Okay? Since we don't have too many of these, let's just go through them. ARCH, I haven't traded this one a whole lot, but you can see that we do have the inside month, and we already have the 3-2 again for the week. We would wait for an entry on a smaller time frame, and in this case, based upon what we have in this workspace, it would be the day. So we'd wait for the day to set up. CX, kind of choppy through here. We've got a 3 for the quarter. We've got an inside month. We've got an inside week. We've got a 3. So this one would be one where if you want, you could set an alert for $6.99. And here's the deal. If you're new to the strat and if you have a small bank account, if this triggers, just buy one freaking share. Just buy one share and see if you can trade it back up to here. Oh, Phil, that's only 24 cents. That's not the point. The point is that you have actually taken a trade based upon what you believe to be your edge and traded it back up to the target, or guess what? You let the market prove you wrong. Just let it prove you wrong. It's okay. If you lose 50 cents on this, you're gonna survive on one share. But what I don't want you to do is look at this and say, "Oh man, I'm just gonna paper trade this, and I'm gonna paper trade 100 shares, or I'm gonna buy 10 contracts on this and just paper trade it." Dude, you have absolutely no skin in the game emotionally. It's not the same. It's not the same. So therefore, you will not trade it the same way as if you have money in the market. This is also an A1, guys. Boom. Add this one to your daily. This is one that's going to go on my daily setup. CVS. This right here, healthcare, competitor of Walgreens, you can see we've got this 3-3-1, right? It doesn't know what to do, but someone's going to win, as Rob would say. Someone's going to win. We're either going to break to the upside and we're going to take out this, or we're going to break to the downside and take out the bottom. Right now, we have a 3-2 continuation to the upside, and I would get into this, and because it's a smaller stock, I'd probably give it a little more room. You could put your stop here at the bottom of the candle, or you could try to trade this right back up here. Again, if you have a smaller account, just do this with one share. Did you notice how I said or don't do it with a 0-day option with absolutely no time? Or do it on a weekly option? Learn how to trade the shares, please. Charter. This is a big boy. Now, here's the cool thing about the strat. Once you understand how to trade the strat, because you've learned on smaller or less expensive stocks, it trades the same way on bigger ones. So now that you have some confidence and you know how to trade this, you can now wait for Charter to give you an entry, because you're not going to chase it here today because it's 222. We do not chase 222s. They usually get sold into. Now, if we go up here like we did here and go 22222, we pause and then we go 2 down and we set up this 122 reversal here. That's what you're waiting for in here. Now, the other catalyst in this too is that, look, we have earnings coming into play. Write this down. Most stocks run into earnings 1 month out. Now, does it happen every time? Absolutely not. But there's a high probability that it will. If you go back and if you study all the big winners, all your favorites, and you look 1 month out prior to their earnings, I can almost guarantee you that over 80% of the time, you're going to see a rev strat or an entry on a smaller time frame, whether it be a day, week, or a month. I promise. It took me forever to get that through my head. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm here to make money. Okay, so I probably should look at something like that. Let's finish this out right here with BSX. This is a 3 on the quarter, 3 on the month, and this thing just keeps going up. This is what we call 10 and in, long term. You guys want to learn how to swing long term? This is how you do it. You find something like this that gets above the 10, and you buy a number of shares where you can sit comfortably in this until a bigger time frame tells you to get the hell out. Now, the year hasn't, the quarter hasn't, the month kind of told you right here, but if you follow the rule where you have to let the candle close, you would still be in this. Or maybe you just said, you know what? I'm good. I got in from here, from 51. I'm good, Phil. I got out at 91. But you also could apply that rule here on the week as well. Bottom line is that there's a setup there. We are at all-time highs here. I would want to see this set up on the daily and give me an entry on a reversal. Ford is the same thing. We've got this pause right here, this 2-1, but the difference is that they're still selling Ford through here. I know the year is a hammer, and the quarter is a hammer, and the month is a hammer here, and now we kind of have this 2-1 setup right here. This is why I feel that way about Ford. Below the 10 on the year, below the 10 on the quarter, and we're just starting to reverse through here. So whether or not it does that or not, I don't know. That's strictly up to you. And then SPGI is another big boy that you can take a look at. And then Kroger, same thing, right? All-time highs. And we've got this beautiful 3 for the month. All right, that's it. I know this video got a little winded, but I told you guys I would do a review or a watch list here for the quarter and for the week. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you're doing this alone and if you're frustrated and you're about ready to quit, don't. Come and join the Discord server. Come and learn how we do what we do for free. Let me say that again. For free. We don't charge. And you will be surrounded by some of the best traders that I know, that I would endorse any day of the week and twice on Sunday to help guide you to make better decisions. You don't have to do this alone. You can do this. Until we meet again, take care and God bless. We'll see you in the Discord.